Hey, welcome in, you guys. Welcome. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Let me clean this. Gotta clean my little. Welcome, y'all. Hello. Hey, welcome. Just chit chatting with you guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Let me see if I can get this over here. Need some lighting. Yeah. There we go. Hey y'all, welcome to the live. I'm just chatting with everybody. Lottie dottie. I don't have nothing right here to make this taller. Hey, welcome in. Let's try this. Nope. Hey, hello. I just wanted to chit chat. I ain't doing too much of nothing. This screen is not good. It's not giving me good quality using my computer. I need to figure that out soon. How are you having? Are you having an amazing day today? Are you having a great Tuesday? I'm trying to make you taller. There we go. There we go. Hello, what is going on? I'm just hanging out, chit chatting with y'all. Hanging out in the closet. I'm not knowing what to talk about, but I just want to say hey and see what's going on over here and over there. Hey, welcome on in. I wish I could play music over here, but they do not like that. It would be better if it's Friday. Listen, I understand what you mean. Let's take these clothes out. We don't want the clothes in there. Yes, we all know Friday would be a great idea. But, we've got a few more days. We already have, when it's Wednesday, like get to Wednesday, it's like, okay, we can make it, fight it through. And don't let it be Thursday afternoon. It'd be like, okay, it is definitely the end of the week. But anyways, what is going on? I just want to chat before I hit the bed. I'm getting a little burned out. I just been up trying to finish cleaning up and post content and all of the things. Drinking me some water. Hey, thank you guys for hanging and rocking out and joining the live. Let me know in the comments what is going on, what is new with y'all. Here, not really nothing. You saw we've been working on putting bricks down, putting rocks down in the front patio. Nope, front pathway. Still need to go get new rocks. We haven't did that yet. But that's about it around here. Cleaning up and that. What is up, y'all? Chit chatting about posting content, being burned out, disappearing out the algorithm. I'm trying to encourage people, don't do what I do. Stay consistent because that is definitely key. Because once you don't do consistency, it just messes up everything. It does so bad. What is up? This live screen is not as clear as I would like it to be. It definitely does not give cell phone type of view. Maybe I need to change my settings. I'm gonna look into that because this settings is not clear. Y'all, like it look fuzzy, like I'm like I'm on an old school TV right here. Yeah, I want it to be a little clearer. Yeah. See, I feel like I'm like on an old school TV screen. But what can I do? I need to check and see if this is my settings, my camera, or what it. But there we go. There we go. But that's it. That's all. Just chit chatting, hanging out in the closet, y'all. I need to be cleaning up. I got some stuff done yesterday. I took some of these shelves. Look at these glass shelves that's up here. I don't know where to put them, and I don't want to take them down and then risk breaking the glass. So I just put them up there. I'm like, at this point, listen, just go up there out the way. How's the new plants doing? So some of them are drying out. My beautiful pink bougainvillea is in the front yard, but it is I've lost all my pink petals. They'll come back, but it was trying to rain here, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna water it because I don't want it to start raining. Then it gets too much water, but it did not rain, so it ended up drying out and making all the petals drop off. So we've been moving things around, putting moving like stuff like I had like a big old rubber tree in my front walkway. I'm gonna have to move it because it has outgrown the space. So we're just moving plants around at this point. Definitely that. And then I wanted to get some new like annuals to put them around, but I'm like, at this point, plants is everywhere. And now they're finna start building houses right beside us. And I just know that if I just don't know. I just don't want that to mess up my little plants and all of that. Construction workers everywhere and just I don't know. But and some of our plants in the house are not doing as great because we've been running the air a little longer because it's starting to get warm outside. So I've been putting some of the plants outside, out on the patio for sure. Hello, welcome in. We're talking about plants and all of the things. Plant lovers over here. And so I had an orchid that was given to me, that was gifted to me. It wasn't doing so good. All the petals had started falling off. I guess my house was like too cold. So I put it outside on the table and it's ballooned. One of the leaves came out. So I was like, maybe it needs a little bit more humidity. So I'm happy about that. Welcome. Hello. Just chit chatting about things around the house, plants and all of the things. Thank you. But yeah, it that is one of the hardest plants to do is orchids. If you guys can keep an orchid alive, you are the GOAT because I have purchased so many orchids, but they gifted me one. So I'm trying with my dear life to keep this orchid alive, especially because it was gifted to me. And they come over sometimes here and there. And I don't want them to be like, what happened to my orchid? And they know that I'm a plant lover. It would have been much easier if they would have gave me a pothos or gave me anything but an orchid. So that is my goal is trying to keep it alive at this point. If y'all have any tips, let me know how to continue to keep an orchid alive. Sheesh. But I can say I'm getting a little bit more adjusted to this house. For a while though, I was a little like, oh man, we are leaving. Leaving Miami. Because over here where we're at, it's not the it's just the city is just on a growth mode. So when you're in growth mode, it's just taking so long for everything to be finished being built. I'm like, oh goodness. When you're already somewhere where it's established, it's like, okay. Yes, but anyways, where is everybody chiming in from? Let me know. Or what y'all want to chit chat about. Hello, welcome, welcome. Just chatting with y'all. It's almost 9 o'clock. Well, it's 8:30 here. It's 8:30. Talking about plants and all of the things and posting content and I was chit chatting with them. It's like sometimes we get overwhelmed about posting content, and they be like me and disappear off the planet because you don't know what to post, right? So I just encouraging people to repurpose some content just to buy them some time, right? Going live is not always feasible for everybody, or creating content, especially long form content. Oh my goodness, Like I said, I was on the hunt for looking for my camera so I can create new content. I've been using my phone trying to film sideways and film vertical and horizontal because long form you need the so it's just definitely been a challenge there. So you want to stay in the algorithm, yeah, that's what you do. Try to repurpose your content just to keep you there. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just chit chatting about all of the things. Oh, ho, PCS move. God bless you. No, I miss him though. I miss the moves. Being stuck in one place, even though like we still consider this like our last move because we know we won't be here forever. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Just chit-chatting about being here, coming out the military when we used to move a lot, but now we're here. It could be a lot. So I miss the moves, but then I don't. Yeah. What is going on? Oh, thank you. It's time to take these braids out for sure. Thank you guys. Welcome, welcome in. Just chit chatting. But you know what I've been doing? A lot of people been liking the little color that I put in there. You see that? It's nothing but tulle. I braided it in with the braids. I never really ever seen anybody do that either. I'm like, you know what? I want a little sparkle in my braids. Why not? Everything should have a little sparkle. So that's when y'all see the little reflection. That's what that is. Tulle. So next time y'all get your hair braided, tell me y'all want a little sparkle. Please thumbs up. Thank you for doing a call to action. I have to work on that too. When you just don't be posting content, it just is like I never really was a big call to action, but it's definitely key. Posting content, call to action is key for sure. Somebody told me they did their petty on my last live. I cannot remember the name so bad. I just been searching for whoever. So if you are here, let me know. I supposed to have been watching your videos. They redid some outside patio work, and I just did not remember their name. But what's going on? What is new here? What is up with you guys? Look at my I didn't realize that's sparkling right here. Naturally sparkling. That is amazing. Y'all can see. Can y'all see that? Oh, y'all see my sweater sparkling? That's funny. The light is making it sparkle. Yeah, but a lot of my plants, since my daughter went into my guest room, has died because they loved where they were at. I had expensive plants too, and they have not, and they're dead. But that's okay. But that's okay. I was able to save some of them. I put some of them around my bedroom and stuff. But I just don't want I have one still in there and it's thriving. I left it in there while she's in the room and it's hanging by the window. It's a Hoya and it's doing amazing because it loves that room. It was getting good lighting and all that. So some of my plants that I have to move around are not liking it at all. Oh, it was you? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because I've been looking and searching ever since my last live. I was searching, searching, searching. I was like, I don't remember the name, but it's okay. I think I even wrote it down last time, but that's okay. I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna forget today. Because I remembered you. I was like, oh, somebody did that patio. I even told Dornell, I was like, somebody did a patio. I need to watch it. Went to turn my TV on and I could not. I went back trying to find. I was like, okay, that's okay. I got you today. Promise you that. And so I'm like, I have so much on my brain and it's like get overwhelming. I didn't forget about you though. Hey, what's up? So if y'all have something to chat, y'all want to chit chat about stuff, let me know. Where you are you PC? Let me read back where somebody. Oh, I know. It's nothing like PCS and they're having to give away your plants. Like, especially when we were coming out of Germany, we could not bring. No pets, no plants, no vegetables, no fruit. We have to give away all type of things, especially when you come into different countries. Yeah, it's nothing like growing a plant. I had a little pothos sitting on my cabinet when I was in Germany. That thing was growing all down the side of my curio cabinet. The leaves literally was touching the floor from the top, and I had to give it away. Darnell had little baby turtles that was in the tank. He had to give those away. I remember when he was deployed though, y'all. The turtle got out the tank. It was about this big, a little swimming turtle. Those kids had to get that turtle off that floor. I don't know if them kids was not there, what would have happened. I was like, I'm not touching the turtle. Get this thing off the floor. Oh, y'all know what? Listen to this crazy story. When we first went over to Germany and they were like giving us the military housing, right? So we going through, walking through, you do the checklist to make sure whatever's damaged and stuff. So we going through the cabinets and stuff. Can y'all tell me why it was a snake in that cabinet? I don't think I've ever shared that story. It was somebody must have left their snake or lost their snake. They were leaving out of Germany. They couldn't do nothing with it, so they must have just left it in the house. The darn snake was in the cabinet. The things people do when they're finna PCS. It is just so crazy. A whole snake was in our military housing. I don't even know what Darnell did with it. He ended up taking it out the cabinet. I think he must have just left it, released it out to the wild, but it is crazy. Yes, go watch for sure. Can you imagine having a whole snake in the house? You're just walking through, looking through to make sure you're and of all places in military houses, so they left it there because they couldn't take it back to America with them. It's crazy. I know. Because we definitely were not expecting a snake to be there. He was like wrapped in like a ball under the sink. It was like, how in America we have the sinks, but back there they had like a little space. Like it was under the cabinet, but it was like a little space. They didn't run their I guess it would be like a trim. They didn't run it against the wall. So he was in between the wall and the I guess the trim. He was like there. And we just so happened just to be looking there and he was down there in a ball. It's crazy. Hey, welcome, welcome in. I'm just chit-chatting about nonsense, really, about how we had a snake in our military housing because somebody was saying that they were PCSing, and that just popped in my brain about when we were moving. But what is going on? What is going on? How is things? Homegirl, she in Florida too. Out here in Florida. Whoa. Ain't nothing much going on here, y'all. The weather is changing. Flowers are blooming. That's about it. That's about it. Oh, really? Nothing else. It's gonna start being so many like farmers markets though. Fresh fruit and veggies for sure is definitely the key. Yeah, like I like going to. They're gonna have a big one down like in Miami, a big market over the weekend. Hey, welcome, welcome in. They're having a big more like a vintage like fresh market down there. So it's gonna be a vibe. I don't know if I'll make it or not, but it's definitely gonna be there because they're having some stuff over in Orlando as well. So it's always gonna be something going on here in Florida. Just gotta get out here and find out, y'all. You have any plans? Any plans? Anything that we should know about? Any events going on out here in Florida? Let me know. No, yeah, I saw a advertisement on Instagram about the I'm only 30 minutes away from the beach. It could probably be a little closer, but a good like 30 minutes, especially if it's like traffic or whatever. I could say though, these beaches that we're living close to now, they have a lot of seashells. So I appreciate that. I've collected so many seashells. I'm like, okay, now what I'm gonna do with them? Bows and bows of shells. Cause like when we were down in Miami area, we didn't go to the it was so much foot traffic on those beaches. Like you wouldn't find as many seashells. You can find shells, but not as many, right? But out here, they're everywhere. But I still miss like the southern beaches a little better. West Palm beaches are okay. I didn't explore a lot of them, but they have cool little beaches over there, over in the West Palm area. So 30 minutes from the beach. Yep. Little walkways and borders. You can go get food, alcohol, all the things on the beach. Hey, welcome in. Just chit chatting with y'all. Send me information on Instagram about it, please, because I haven't heard about that. Only one I heard about was down in Miami was the vintage um fruit market. But no, I didn't hear about the artist. That's your dream to have it on the beach? When I see houses, so when we got this house, right, we could have picked a lot and had water behind us, but I'm glad we didn't because sometimes they have alligators in the bed of water. So I'm like, I don't want to be with alligators. And alligators can climb over your fence. I've seen videos of alligators knocking at people's door, like hitting it, climbing up the walls. Like it's just too much. And we already have all type of animals. We're literally this is Jurassic Park for sure. But living on a beach is cool. Living on the beach up in a high rise is cool. Hurricanes are very scary, but they're usually um in the fall. Like, it's around between August and October. It's hurricane season for sure. But up until then, you're vibing out. Like it's gonna be monsoon season where it's gonna rain every single day, but the sun will still shine. That's just Florida. I had to learn that real quick. Living in Florida, I remember one time we went out to Disney. It rained so bad, so bad. I went out there. I had my hair curled or something. It just was, and then the next day, the next moment, literally within 10 minutes, the sun was out, and there was no more rain the rest of the trip. I'm like, what in the world? I had never seen rain like that in my whole entire being. My goodness. See that rain? You originally from Florida, so you know what I'm talking about. Hey, we're just chit chatting about anything. Yeah, just being in Florida, like the rain is crazy, but that sun come back out and it'll dry that ground up so fast, and you like you wouldn't even know it rained. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to look into it, but make sure please to put me about the orders in the chat. I don't know if I'm going to like go to Orlando or go to Miami. They're both equal distance from me. So I don't know which one. I wish we still kept our apartment down in Miami though. We should have did that for sure. That would have been game changing right there. I just wasn't quite sure because it was just so much uh fuss with the Airbnb, like things were changing, new rules was coming out. I just didn't want to get tied up in the And then our building was getting new management. So you got new management with new Airbnb rules. I was like, I ain't trying to do that. And rent for down there was already too expensive to be caught up in that. And but at this point, I'm like, man, we should have kept our apartment. And now, if we try to go get that same apartment now, it has went up like 30% of rent. It was already expensive when we was there. Now it's even more. I'm like, jeez, crazy. And just for it to be 2 bedroom, it's crazy. But if whoever get that place and if they use it as Airbnb, just like the Ultra Fest just left, we literally lived right by where Ultra is. They used to block off the street, and the police used to have to let us through to get back to our house. They was like, "You can't come down the street." I'm like, "But I live here, so you have to let me down here." They would have to move the cone so we can get into our apartment building. One lady, I was so mad with this police. We were going home when we were living down there. We were trying to turn, and she was just shooing us off and kept talking. She did not acknowledge us. It's like, just go, go, go. I'm like, so we sitting there still trying to turn with the blinker on. She turns back around and continue to talk. We're like, let us down the street. We have to go home. So she keeps shooing us off, not acknowledging us. Oh, I was so upset with this police. She was a police officer chit chatting with another police officer, just shooing us away, not paying attention. She eventually saw us continue to sit there, and I'm like, okay, we live here. She's like, oh, okay, okay, and let us home. But I'm like, look, I never been over to Pensacola though. I never been over to like Destin. I hear that's a vibe over there up in the Panhandle. Yeah, we have never. That's actually on our list to go over to the Panhandle and hang out over in Florida, over there, because they have some delicious beaches I've seen on the internet. We went over to the other side, but I wonder what the hurricane has done to that side. We went over to. When I tell you, what is that city? It's past Tampa. Oh, I didn't forgot. But that sand is white. They have white sand and their water feels like bathtub water. They have different over on the like that east side of Florida, that water is cold. But if you go over to that side of Florida, they have water that is so warm and their sand is white. Like literally white sand. It is crazy. I'm gonna have to find a picture. I went over there. We just drove. It was only a couple hours, and we stayed. It was. I was like, wow, white sand. Wow, they don't have really white sand over on like any places I've seen. Not from West Palm. Not from any of those cities. So if y'all know a little hidden spot that has some white sand on this side of Florida, let me know because I want to find it. I want to find it. White sand for sure is over there. What is that city though that I went to? I think it started with an S. Sarasota. I think that was where I was at. Sarasota, yeah, in that area, beautiful white sand. Yeah, I had some sand. I don't know what I did with it. They even have like coral or something that's in their beach. It's so cool. It is like night and day. I wanna go to Naples too. I never been there. Naples is on my list to go. I don't know why when we were down in Miami, we just didn't drive across. It would only have taken like 2 hours, but we were so busy trying to learn Miami. It was so much going on there or around that way. I don't know why we didn't go to Naples though. Clearwater. Oh, yes, Clearwater. That is on my list as well. And it's like a little Marie or something like that. We were looking over there to buy a house when they had a whole bunch of new houses coming out and they were priced well, but it's in the middle of nowhere. So we didn't go over there. Then like that city is like retirement gold for sure. Hey, welcome, welcome. Just chit chatting about living here in Florida. white beaches. If you ever come out here, if you go to like Sarasota, Clearwater, they have whites. And it's even like what is that other place they had it closed down one time I wanted to go. Oh, I didn't forgot. It's somewhere over Sarasota somewhere. It's like a little it's like on the tip of the oh, I gotta think about it. I have it in my phone. I have to look it up. Anna Marie? Yeah. Anna Marie. We were looking. They were having a lot of houses for sale over there. But we never made it. We never made it to Fort Myers, never made it to Napa, never Naples, I mean, any of that. We always just stayed up and down the coast over here, even all the way down to Key West. Key West is a cool city too. Key West is if you when you go down to Key West, they're gonna let you know that they were the original. Not Miami Beach, not Miami. They were not the original. Down in Key West, they let you know it started there. They were the originals. Okay. I was like, okay, Key West, y'all letting us know who the original were. They have all type of like little signage to let you know that that's where the party really started at, I guess. So now it's like a if you know, you know to go down to Key West. Yeah. But I hope they figure out that driving was from like Miami down there and they only have that one road. So when we got down there, we went multiple times, right? We went to like Key Largo and all the things. But when we drove down there one time, they were having some type of it was like it was some random like a Memorial Day. It was some small, not Memorial Day. It was like even a smaller. It was some type of holiday, right? Like a Monday holiday, some like a President's Day or something. But they were having a parade. When I tell you that traffic was backed up for so long, and it wasn't even like a big major holiday. So I can only imagine what the traffic is like if they're having like a real major thing. They were having parades and all the things for this small little holiday, but it made the traffic so long. We waited in that line to get past. Once we got past the people that was pulling into the lot to park and all of that, then we was able to keep going. But I can just say that traffic, if it was an accident or anything else, you're gonna be sitting there for a while. But if y'all ever want to go to like a little retreat and stuff, they have resorts and like adult resorts and things like that in like Key Largo. It's a little pricey when I looked it up, but they have all you can eat like food. You have pools in your room like outside, but it's your own pool that's attached to your room. They have what else they what the pool, but they had something else like you can walk out to your own little part of the beach on some of these resorts. So if you don't like to travel out the country and these planes keep falling out the sky, that is definitely a little hidden gem that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. The resorts down in Key Largo, a little pricey, but it's all inclusive. And I think it's not a lot here in the US, really. I think that's like maybe the only one if there's like one or two more, but I think that's the only one, all exclusive down in Key. Yeah. So if we have anniversaries coming up or something, y'all need some ideas, look that up. Look into that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Just chatting about traveling, living in Florida. Anybody have plans to travel anywhere? I want to go somewhere, but really not go nowhere. Just because right now with these planes falling out the sky like that. I do want to take the ferry though over to the Bahamas, so I think that'll be fun. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Has anybody did that? Taking the ferry to the Bahamas? Jamaica in June? I went to Jamaica in June 2 years ago. When I tell you I want to go back, I keep telling saying that is on my list to go back. It was a time. And then so in June we went to Jamaica and then in July we went to Punta Cana. Both were amazing. Originally, I was going to Jamaica in July, which was my birthday and stuff. But my friend her birthday's in June. She was like, let's go to Jamaica. So I ended up switching and we went to Jamaica with them. And then so instead of me going to Jamaica for my birthday, I went to Punta Cana. And they were both amazing. We had so much fun. When we were in Jamaica, we took the boat out to Rick's Island. There's a lot of people over there, but it's fun. If you're hungry, I would say eat before you go over there because you're gonna be waiting a while to get you some food. Because all of the like activities and events are boating people all over there. So you just like stuck over in that little area, and then everybody wants to buy food. You're kind of like in a cave. People are jumping off the rocks, like they were crazy. We were all the way up. We had to walk up all these steps while we were over there at Rick's, and they were jumping into the water. Like, are y'all crazy? Bali is on my list. It is on my list. I want to go there so bad. There, Dubai. Um, Donnell wanted to go to Thailand like years ago, so that is on the list. Whoa, congratulations as well. You're gonna graduate very soon. At the top of your list, we're gonna speak it and manifest it. Hey, welcome back. I'm just chit-chatting about any and everything. Y'all can put in the comments if y'all want to chit-chat about anything. Let me know. I'm just here. I'm just here hanging out. We just chit-chatting about living here in Florida, traveling, like where we want to go. Where do we want to go, y'all? Let somebody manifest me some cash. I'm out of here. We're on these. But Dubai, yeah, Bali, and it was another one that I can't think of right now that I have. Like I must go see very soon. I haven't been writing things down, so that's why things haven't been manifesting. So I need to go back to the drawing board because when I write things down and I keep thinking about it, it start happening. All the things start happening. So I have to write things down. So I've been having my little tablets, writing stuff down because it just triggers things and it puts in the atmosphere. And we on this vibration and energy, and things just be happening because the universe knows that that's your desire. So it makes a way for it to happen. It does. It does. Because I'm telling you, let me see if I have my little, oh, I don't know where it's at. My high school book when I wrote down, like, oh, I'll be a world traveler. I wrote down all these things. I told this story before. Like, I was in high school, 16, writing down, I will do this or do that. Not understanding that I was really like writing down and creating my life. It's unbelievable. The power of the pen. That's a good one. The power of the pen. Either ways, what's up? Anybody else have any travel plans or anybody decorating their house and all of the things? When we gonna get that message for that boat ride though? We still waiting on that though. Get the husbands together and get out on this boat and fish and do something. Let me know. We don't be doing nothing. If I go to another fishing lake pond because Jornell has lost his marbles, he's retired, he doesn't have enough to do, so he's always pulling me like, let's go fish. Like, sir, I don't want to go fishing, but it'd be fun once you get out there and get to going. And he has to put the little worms on my hook. I be catching all the fish. I remember when we went last week. I caught like almost 12 fish by myself. Little cichlets is what he called them. Yeah. And I was using a little bitty Moana, the little character, because he has his two big poles and I didn't know how to really work those. So we had these little Moana poles out in the garage for like if my nephews and nieces ever came to visit. So I opened it up. It was still new. I caught so many fish with that little pole. So cool. But anyways, do anybody have any goals? Oh, it's a little warm in here. Yo, I can recommend. I have the little Dyson thing. If y'all see my video, this thing is so well worth it. It is air cooling, purifier, and a heater. Like it's awesome. And it rotates. So you can just push the little rotate button and it just moves. I know this, I always wanted one. When we was traveling, I would see somebody in their video and they would have it like years and years ago. I just could not stop thinking about it. I'm like, one day I'm gonna get that. But I didn't want to buy it while we were moving because I don't want the movers to mess it up. Or like how we had all of our stuff sitting in storage for like almost 3 years. That was crazy. Our stuff sat in storage for almost 3 years and with the military. That was unbelievable. But it was well worth it. Every bit of it was well worth it. Had a time of the life right there. But yeah, the Dyson thing I can recommend y'all. It's highly recommended. Waiting on us? Sure, we're nothing but a Instagram away. I'm an Instagram send my number. We like we got this going on because we surely be bored over here not doing much of nothing all the time. We always be trying to find something to do. Peanut Island, that is definitely on my radar. We were supposed to go last year. What was that? We supposed to went last year, but it started getting cold. And then one time we was going, I noticed you have to go over there early because you know that last boat coming back is like at 4 o'clock when I looked into it. So I'm like, we need to get down here and go early and spend the day there because I heard there's a lot of like things to do there. Peanut Island. I'll be watching, looking at the pictures and all of that. Hey, just talking about living in Florida and things and events and trips and all of that. Oh, so it was a fest on the island? Oh, that sounds amazing. You should have been like, "Oh, did you hear about the fest?" Oh my god, that would have been so fun. Wow. So was it actually in on Peanut Island was the fest or was the fest like around that city? Oh, so y'all had the your vehicle with the boat driving down and then oh wow, that's cool. That is cool. Cool stuff for sure. Y'all living here in Florida, it's gonna be so much fun. But dog it, this can be an expensive state. I tell you what, like they don't have no income tax, but they making their money on other things, entertainment, boating, all those things. Like that's how they making the money. That's why there's no income tax there. This is how they're making it. Y'all listen, y'all are too fancy with the boats. But y'all see, when you here living in Florida, having a boat is like having another vehicle. When you just new here, having a boat, we like, they have a boat? And it's like, yeah, we have a boat, but you're from Florida, so it's like nothing. It's like second nature to some people, right? Because we run into a lot of people, so a few people in our community that docks their boats as well. And it's just like, oh yeah, I have a boat. But they're from Florida. Hi, thank you. They're from Florida and they just be like, "Yeah, we just have a boat." And I'm like, "You have a boat?" Y'all, listen. If y'all missed my video, this thing though, they actually sent me this whatever I did my promotion, but I highly recommend this little thing for real. Like, this thing, this is the one that heat up and all that. So if y'all need a gift idea for graduation or Mother's Day, like this is a great idea to give somebody. This is not even on the like promotion stuff no more. We already had one, as I showed. If y'all did see the video, we already had a massage gun that I had bought in the mall down over in Miami, down in Kendall. They have I had purchased that gun, that massage gun, but I didn't realize how big and bulky it is, right? So your hand is all big and this and that, but this just is amazing. Highly recommend. Then we travel a lot or we go on planes and just like, oh my goodness, be so tense and so sore. Somebody in the comments suggested peppermint oil or peppermint. I'm like, that sounds good, but I don't want to walk around and smell like peppermints. Boats are overrated. Oh, you'd rather shop. I'm with you, homegirl. I'm with you on that. Where you like shopping at? Because I'm a shopper too, honey. I kind of scale down on the shopping, but I still go. Just be walking around, be like, ooh. I try to be like, okay, new me, new whatever. Cause I can know I can shop, honey. I can just be in these stores and be driving him crazy. I can just be in Ross and go to like 12 Rosses and but you gonna find different stuff. Well, I just use that example because I don't really go to Ross that much, but I'm just saying you go to all these different locations, different Marshall, CJ Maxx, and everybody gonna have something different. I miss Zara though. Being over here, I just miss going to Zara and I cannot stand driving down to Zara. It's like for real. Miss that is one store I miss so bad. It's being able to pop in the Zara when I feel like it and seeing all the new things. And I miss going to fragrance counters that has all the goods fragrance. Because all of these bottles are starting to get depleted. I'm running out of fragrance. Hmm. Let me move this. If you guys wanna there we go. I couldn't see it at first. Oops. There we go. That's how I feel about going fishing. Low key, I be like, look, I could be at home doing other stuff, right? But I know you're lonely and you're bored and you don't have nothing to do with your retirement life. So I be like trying to do my wifely duties, but I'm like, listen, this is not my love. So I understand. Listen, we have to link them up because maybe they will hit it off and be able to go out. Do he fish as well? Because if he fish, like it's game over. Or just take him out on the boat while he boating. Jordan could be throwing his fishing line, and they, yo, seriously, give me a good old cocktail and sit me by some water. I'm okay with that too. Oh, I haven't been in Aventura. Maybe that was the last, like one of the last malls I went out to. Yeah, Aventura is okay. It wasn't my favorite mall. Um, I used to like going to Coral Gables. That was my little stomping ground. And Kindle. I made a relationship with these people. They would call me, they would send me free samples, they would send phone order me perfume. Like, yeah, Coral Gables was the spot. I loved it. And it wasn't too far from our apartment. Good old times. And then I'm like, okay, if Coral Gables didn't have, I keep straight on down the street and go down to Kindle and go down to that mall. Aventura is just too touristy. It was just way too many people there. And I was like, eh. So I would just go to Coral Gables. It was just more low key, a little bit more fancier crowd. Yeah, I like the area. If we wouldn't have rushed and purchased a house, Dornell would have listened to me. But we were rushing, like not rushing, but it was just so much going on with the apartment with the new management and leases going up and all that. So that's why we ended up where we ended up right now. I'm like, well, we could slow down, Dordell. We could just rent for another year. He was just over it. He was just ready to purchase somewhere, somehow. So we just went with this. And then we have military friends, but they have little kids. And so this area is good for them. But we don't have little kids anymore. So I'm like, that is not our lifestyle anymore, you know? Hey, welcome, welcome to Chit Chatting with y'all. Thank you so much. I was chatting about we just purchased a house about a little over a year ago here in Florida. We're just talking about everything. War stories. Share all the things. Share all the things. But yeah, give me the information about the weekend activity. Find something to do. I don't know. As long as there ain't no real big fest, because there be like so much going on now down there. They changing so much stuff down there now since we moved from Miami area. Yeah. Hey, anybody else in the chat want to chit chat? We just talking about living in Florida. We here live somewhere close together. Never linked up, but it's always fun to find activities. Cause since we don't be here, I missed some of the stuff. Chris Brown coming to can you imagine that traffic that's gonna be down there? Oh my gosh. Yeah, they definitely can because Grinnell has been over to Iraq 4 times. 4 times to war. That is crazy. Some people only never been. He went 4 times. Now you sit back and replay your life or replay events that happened. You like, how did we make it through? Like, really? Like really went to Iraq 4 times? That is crazy. Crazy. To even go to war 1 time, 2 times, but 4? That's crazy. And we're young in our 20s. You going back and forth to Iraq? I don't know how we made it, y'all. Like you get in the swing of things, you just moving and grooving. Life is lifing, and you just like, okay, this is what it is, and you just don't think about it. You just keep going. It's like, dang, man. It's like it really happened. We sit back and it don't even feel like we were in the military. Like now that we're out and around so many civilian people, it just like so surreal. Like we crack up about like dang, that whole life just went away. Like it never even happened. That's how it feels. Like we were in the groove of literally with boots and military uniforms and waking up, going to PT and all that. And now we're not around that life because there's no military base here. It is just like it never exists. It is crazy. We just sit around like, yeah, yeah, it's unbelievable. Once you're going through the motions, and if you don't think about it, you just go through the motions, and then once it's over, like, how did I make it? God, thank you for letting me make it through, y'all. Hello, hello. You're crazy. Well, anyways, y'all, I didn't want nothing. Just say hey to y'all. Cause I'm kind of like stagnant and stuck of what to do, what to post, I don't know anymore. It feels like I'm a fish out of water everywhere, trying to get organized and things are kind of changing. Content algorithm, all those things are changing, but a lot of it is not for me being consistent. And so I'm like a fish out of water. I'm like trying to get back into the groove of things, and it's definitely been challenging. Y'all. But it is 9:15 my time. I don't really have anything else to chit chat about, y'all. What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do tomorrow? It's Wednesday. I'm gonna try to finish up in here. And it's taking so long to clean this doggone closet is because I'm trying to bring in my desk for now while my office is being used as the guest room. So I'm trying to have a space that I can just come edit have and I don't have to have it all in the living room and have to clean it up every day or leave it there and get it the next morning. I don't want to keep on having to wake up and move myself around. So I'm like, I'm gonna move me in my little desk into a closet into a corner. So even if I leave it a mess, it's in a closet, I can shut my door. Nobody should be in here but me. We don't share a closet. This whole closet is just my stuff, and it's big enough that if I clean it up and get it together, I should be able to have a little area to work, edit, read a book if I want to. Because I was finding that I would sit on the couch, people would come in from school, or go to the kitchen and get some out the refrigerator. Darnell, 12,000 times a day, he's walking from the backyard back to the garage, messing with fish and plants, and he's just everywhere. All day long because he just don't know what to do. So he's going through the house. He knows what plant has a new baby. He knows what fish is not doing well. Like, he has so much time on his hands. So these are the things he does. So me sitting in the living room, it was like kind of bumping heads. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me remove myself. Sometimes it'd be funny though, just to see him just pacing back and forth. So I'm like, okay, that is my goal though, to get a little spot in here, clean it up, and then just be out the way. Have a little corner. Cause I was realized that was definitely making it a little difficult without having my own little corner, you know, to get out the way. You did? I I still haven't separated the two though. You're saying I don't know. Like, is it's been a difficult transition for me. I never went to the military a day in my life, but I was there the whole time, and it's just been a little difficult for me on the civilian world, trying to just figure things out. Because when you're in the military, if you can't figure something out, you have all of the resources, right? You got the USO, you have all these FRGs, you have all of these people here. Once you're in the in the civilian world, there's not that much support that I have found that you can go to and kind of get answers. You are out here trying to figure it out, right? So, and then we both tried to work in the civilian world, and it was just not working out. So we're back home together, and just like, what are we gonna do? I feel, I don't know. I just don't feel relatable to, I don't know, the girls that I was working with. They just was working every day and didn't really do too much because they working every day. And I'm used to speaking with people that I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. They just look at you like, you did what? You're in the military for what? And it's like foreign language. Like, a civilian to me right now is like foreign language, right? It's like, I did it since I was 17, graduated, and and came into this world, walked the stage, got married, went Fort Hood, Texas at 17 years old was our first duty station. It's crazy. And then babies and all that came about. So the military for 20 plus years is all we knew. I was like, Jornell, you missed it. At first he was like, no, no, no. But now he's like, yeah, I miss it a little bit now. Yeah. And now we're encouraging my son. He is on the fence about going, but I'm like, "Well, boy, if you don't go ahead and go, you ain't got nothing else to lose. Even if you go just to get you a skill." But right now things are kind of crazy in the world. So I'd be like a little hesitant, not encouraging it. But he needs a skill set. 18. Look at that. So that's all you know. I don't know how you separate the worlds and was so ready for him to get out. I don't know what you, but I guess towards the end, I guess I just did not like our last duty station for Bliss. I just did not like that. I didn't feel like I was in America. I feel like I was always in Mexico. Especially we were coming from Germany, and then I feel like I was coming from Germany going to Mexico. That's how I felt. I didn't feel like I came back to America at no point. Is because literally that whole city, it used to be Mexico. That part of El Paso used to be Mexico, but they ended up cutting it off, and then they made it into America right there. So that's why you can walk across the border, literally go down to downtown and walk across. They do it every day. They'll go work and go back home, work, go back home. So, yeah. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, inbox me tonight or tomorrow when you get a chance. I can look into the people. You gonna get something airbrushed or made? Hey y'all, who else up in this chat? Oh wow, I've been on here for an hour talking about absolutely nothing. Hello, hello. I don't know what that said. Learning new platforms that you're not there's such a thing, but learning new platforms that you've never been on, it can be definitely challenging. New stuff can be overwhelming. New this chat stuff. Are y'all learning like the new chat GTP, like that Canva, all the things? It's just like so overwhelming. On the road to 10K. As soon as I logged off here, my notifications are going crazy onto my phone. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't want to be demonetized over here. But it's been fun, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and log off of here. Definitely, we can continue to chit-chat on Instagram. I'm always here. I'm not doing too much or nothing. Let me know what is going on with the events and all of the things. Yeah, I stay busy too. Whenever he was, especially when he's deployed, I was working, going to school, and then back then our kids were small, so I always had kids to keep me occupied. So even when Mister is deployed, you still got things to do. You still got to be up, wake up, do kids things, and make sure the household is running right. So I didn't have no time to do nothing but focus on definitely working. Like I was working doing all the different places. I was like the bank and all of that. Hey, no, I was just getting off because there wasn't nobody chit chatting. If you want to say hang out, I'll have a thing to do. I'm clean up in here. We just chit chatting though. I just didn't want to bore y'all. That's why I was like, just like gonna get off. But we here. How you doing today? How has your day been going? Things are going here. I just saying like it's been awesome weather and all of the things. We just been chit chatting about traveling, chit chatting about the military. St. Louis 314 up in here. You know, St. Louis is always gonna be forever home, born and raised, right? Tell me what school, what school you repping? You know that's big in St. Louis. You got to tell like what high school, what high school, what high school. St. Louis is a mess. You can be like 65 years old and they be still talking about what high school you went to. How far are y'all? St. Louis and Warrenburg. I don't maybe 2 hours. Is it by Springfield? Roosevelt. Okay. Where's Warrenburg? Do you know how far that is? I think it may be like